If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. And you get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
We want to thank you for your generous contribution of time and effort. If it were not for you guys, a lot of projects that we'd like to do for the citizens and visitors of Cleveland, we wouldn't be able to do. We also want to thank our directors and we want to thank our supervisors for agreeing to host interns in their departments and provide them with outstanding professional and personal opportunities. We are expecting our mayor, but of course we have to thank Mayor Jackson for giving us the vision and the resources to have a program like this. We hope that the experiences that you've had this summer will make you, one, love public service. We also hope it will make you want to remain or return to the greater Cleveland area once you receive your undergraduate and advanced degrees. Personally, the internship program is one of my favorite projects. I've been with the city for a number of years, but I can't think of anything that I am more passionate about. When we have young people working in our departments and divisions, you bring us energy, you bring us a fresh perspective, and you bring us a new point of view. One of the many resources that this particular program has is the chief of our cluster, the Chief of Public Affairs, Natoya Walker Minor. I remember 9 or 10 years ago when I took this program over, Chief Walker Minor told me, she says, Kimberly, I want the city of Cleveland to have one of the premier internship programs in this particular area. Now we're still pursuing that goal, but because of Chief Walker Minor's vision, her guidance, her support, we are a lot closer to achieving the goal. I'd like to, at this time, introduce you to Chief Natoya Walker Minor.
Good afternoon. It is always a pleasure to be here, and every year this is one of my favorite things that I absolutely love. I know and believe truly in my heart that internships, fellowships, opportunities to be in the workplace, actually working, not doing grunt work, but actually interacting in the bureaucracies with which you sit in those departments is so important. Why is that important? Because young people need a pathway to opportunity. They need an opportunity to understand if this is a good fit. Is this a good fit for me? What do I actually like? And I believe that when you're a younger person, when you have these opportunities, you're able to go in and go out without any sense of commitment other than to be the best in that environment. You get to explore the experience to determine, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? And that is important because you don't want to just work. You don't want to work for just a paycheck. You want a career, something you love, something that you're passionate about. Because if you only work to work, then it's grudgery. You wake up every day and it's a grudge. But if you are passionate about the path that you're on, you bring that level of energy and excitement to your work. You're excited about continuous learning, continuous education, and those things are important. And that way the workplace then flourishes, and that's why internships and fellowships are so important to me. I've been the benefactor of internships and fellowships throughout my entire career. Starting when I was a senior in college in Toledo, I was an intern with the City of Toledo in their Office of Equal Opportunity. And that level of exposure and that experience that I gained in that moment, all these years later, 25 years later, when the mayor had me do some work for him in the Office of Equal Opportunity here, that same experience I brought with me. And I remembered what I had learned 25 years before, and I applied those same principles throughout my career. So I want to encourage you, lifelong learning is critical. Never stop. Every webinar, every certificate, every opportunity that you have to grow and expand your competencies and to learn new ones, to do it. In these internships, ask questions, ask to be present, ask to go to some of the meetings so that you can understand how the work that you're doing ties into the larger picture, so that this bureaucracy is not just a shadow, but you understand how it actually works and how business gets achieved. And most of all, develop your network. The people that you see around the room, the people that you're working with in your opportunities, you never know when your paths will cross again. You never know when your paths will cross again. So keep your network open, invest in people, because people matter. Take advantage of this opportunity. I wish you the absolute best, and God bless you all. Amen.
Thank you, Chief Walker Minor. Next, we're going to have our keynote speaker come up. We've had a little bit of a change in the order, but I'd like to introduce you to somebody that is really dynamic. Our keynote speaker this year is Teran Freeman. He is a Bedford Heights native. He graduated from Trinity High School in Garfield. Teran is the campus president at Remington College, where he serves as Chief of Education and Operations. He graduated from Miami University, Oxford, Ohio, with a bachelor's degree in educational psychology. He has also earned a master's degree in business administration from the University of Phoenix. Teran believes the world of instructors and teachers can not only change the world, but also improve it, and in the process, find professional and personal renewal. With that, I'd like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Teran Freeman.
Good afternoon. Can y'all hear me? Sometimes my voice carries, so I hope it doesn't carry too bad. We have assembled here this afternoon for a special occasion, and that's to witness and participate in the start of a new chapter for bright, strong, vigorous, and promising young men and women who have withstand a course, a race, and a learning experience. First of all, I want to give thanks to Kimberly Harden for introducing me and giving me this platform and opportunity to speak with you today. I also want to give thanks to the Mayor Jackson for even having this platform, to having this program. And last, I want to give thanks to all of the interns. So if I could, please have all of the interns stand up. I just want to know who I'm directing this conversation to. So please, if y'all could stand up. Today, there are three things that I'm going to talk about. I'm not asking you to take notes, but I'm asking you to take mental note. Three things that I'm going to talk about is, one is, there's keys to success. Two, how to be a leader. And then three, how to be a difference maker. I'm going to start with this, because I always have a theme. You do not have to stand in front of the line to lead the line. Let me repeat it again. You do not have to stand in front of the line to lead the line. First thing I want to talk about when it comes down to success is passion. What you do in life, you have to have passion for it. If you do not have passion for it, the love will never show. Let me say it again. If you do not have passion for what you do, the love will never come out. And people will recognize that, and they will understand that this is not your calling. So please make sure that what you do in life, you have some sort of passion so that the love of what you care for comes out. The next key to success is patience. You have to have patience. And the number that I use for patience is the number 90. The number 90 is what we use in life, and I'm gonna give you a few examples of that. For an example, you go on a 90-day probation. So for the first 90 days, people look at you to see if you are a fit before they make a strong decision to allow you to continue working with their company. I'll give you another one. When a woman is pregnant, she goes through 3 trimesters. Each trimester is 90 days. And then the last one I'm gonna give you, and I just witnessed this one, is when you go to the airport, they want you to be there in an hour and a half before your flight, which is 90 minutes. The reason I'm telling you this about patience is use the number 90. Take your time, make a good decision. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Make sure you are patient. Make sure you make a good decision, but give yourself time to do that. All right? The last thing I want to talk about with this patience is the 5x5 rule, and I'm sure some people may have heard that. If it is not going to affect you in 5 years, do not waste 5 minutes being angry about it. Let me say it again. Do not waste 5 minutes being angry about it, okay? You have to move forward. Now, going on to the last, which is my 3 Ps. The last one deals with practice. Practice. Practice asking yourself these 3 questions. First question is, who do I follow? Second question, who do I look up to? Third question, who do I chase? For an example, for me, I follow rules, policies, and procedures at all times. Even when I don't like them, I still follow them. Who do I look up to? Even though my father is not living, I still look up to him. It was very, very big shoes to fill, but I still look up to him. And then, what do I chase? I chase the passion to do better tomorrow than I did today. If you cannot answer those 3 questions on a daily basis, you have no purpose. You have no purpose. So make sure you practice each and every day asking yourself those 3 questions. I say to you, consistency. How many of us have heard the word consistency? Come on, I need some participation. We've heard consistency. How many times has somebody told you, you gotta be consistent to be successful? You gotta be consistent to be successful, right? How many people have heard that? Yes? Okay, watch this. My life, I tried to be consistent. And what I found out is you can't. And I'm gonna give you an example. I sat here and I was sitting there next to my father in the hospital, and they had the heart monitor hooked up to his heart. And each time that boop, you see the monitor go up and down. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Boop. And it kept going up and down, and it kept going up and down, and it kept going up and down. And at one point, it said, beep. Y'all know what that is, right? Now, that beat is as consistent as life can be. But what is he considered? Dead. And I'm here to tell you, as long as your life is consistent, it will probably be dead. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have ups and downs. That is why it's called life. When things are going well, be prepared. We call it be prepared for war at a time of peace. Understand it's coming. And you have to make sure that when life is down, you fight, you crawl, you do anything possible to get yourself back up. And when it goes down again, you don't stop, you don't quit, you keep pushing. The same way as I sat there and I watched that heart monitor go up and down. And as long as that heart monitor went up and down, guess what he had? Life. Make sure you keep yourself where you have life. Keep going up and down. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep fighting. Now, how many of us, of a show of hands, have been on an airplane before? Yes. Those who have been on an airplane before can relate to me on this, and for those who haven't, please listen carefully. When you get on an airplane, there's this flight attendant that stands up in the front and they tell you how to put your seatbelt on, correct? All right. After you put your seatbelt on, there's these key words. They say, in case of an emergency, put your mask on first and then assist others. Millions of people ride the airplane, very few get that rule. And I'm here to tell you today, when you leave here today, you put your mask on first and then you assist others. And I'm talking about your family. I'm talking about your friends. I'm talking about your significants. I'm talking about anybody that's going to stand in your way of getting to where you're going to go. And that is going to be success. So when you leave here today, keep that in mind. I don't care which airplane flight you fly. They all say, put your mask on first and then assist others. Those are the keys to success. Now, I'm going to speak on leadership. And when we talk about leadership, we're going to talk about being a positive role model. What you do at home will come out at the job. You have to pursue passes over into habits. Things that you do over and over and over and over again becomes a habit. Somebody in here know what I'm talking about. Pursuits passes over into habits. If you continue to do it over and over again, it will become a habit, good or bad. But make sure you become that positive role model, okay? Inspire people, inspire yourself. Get up every day and say, you know what? I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do an update. I am going to be somebody to somebody today. And each and every day when you wake up and you ask yourself that, then you will see how you're going to go into my next thing, which is being a difference maker. In life, you have to make a difference. It's just like your cell phones. We sit there and we look at our cell phones and we say, hey, it's not a change, it's an update. We don't make changes in the phone, we make updates. We shut it off, and then we turn it back on, and then it's an update. And that's what you're gonna do every single night. You're gonna make sure you get a good night of rest. You're gonna shut off, and then you're gonna wake up, and you're gonna be an update. And you're going to be a difference maker in people's lives. Why? Because you're gonna ask the right questions, okay? You're gonna make sure that you see and investigate how things work, so that you know how to tackle the task. You're going to make sure you improve things. And if you don't, you will take ownership. Don't blame it on the next person. You take ownership because it didn't improve. And then you figure out not how to make change, but how to make update. Okay? And then the last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna build relationships, not destroy them. That's what difference makers do. I leave you with this. We all live in a fantasy world. Our biggest task in life is to find reality. And I say this, we all want a big house, but the reality of it, we just need a loving home. I want y'all to stay positive, stay encouraged. I think this is a wonderful program, and I thank y'all for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Taran, for those keys to success, how to be a leader, and how to be a difference maker. At this time, I would like to give our mayor an opportunity to address the 2017 class. Without his vision, without the resources, without the guidance, none of this would be possible. This is one of the many programs that the mayor has supported wholeheartedly, and I just appreciate the opportunity for being able to work on this particular program. With that said, I'd like to introduce you to our mayor, Frank G. Jackson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, I appreciate that. You know, I want to, how many of you have been interning? Quite a few, okay. Now, first, I want to apologize for being late. I was at an event, and then I want to apologize for, I usually take photographs with all the interns as part of this. I'm going to try to squeeze that in, if you don't mind. I just had to be somewhere at 2 o'clock, and it's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, all right? But when I was in law school, I remember I would be working on the courses, either briefing in classes or studying or doing something 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day just to get a seat. And then these, now I'm in my early 30s then, and then these kids, young people about 21 years old or so, they would come in with a hangover and get an A. So I'm trying to figure out what's up, right? What's up? How is it that I'm doing all this studying just trying to get a C, and they're almost not studying almost and getting an A? What I figured out, not only were they very smart, but one of the key things that they had that I did not have was exposure. I did not have exposure to the subject matter. So I didn't know what a will, a trust, corporate paper, partnership, agencies. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know about procedures and court proceedings. I didn't know any of that stuff. And so I was just winging it. But they had experience. They had been exposed to it either because their parents were lawyers or judges, or they had done an internship at a law firm. And so it became very clear to me that having exposure was a great learning tool because it gives you a point of reference. And that is why I support our internship program, and really, since I've been mayor, have attempted to enhance it so that young people can come in and be exposed to whatever they believe that they will be interested in, whether it's in law, whether it's in public works, utilities, planning, division of safety, airport, utility, all these kinds of things, so that you would be exposed to those that environment and give you a point of reference for one, and then help you make up your mind as to whether or not you really are interested in this, or maybe you're interested in that. So I want to congratulate all of you for completing the program, and thanking you for being part of it. But I want to encourage all of you to become public servants, but just for a little while. Even just for a little while, because public service is an honorable profession. Now, you're not going to get rich. You're not going to make a lot of money, but it's an honorable profession. And those who do it and do it right have the greatest opportunity to impact the lives of individuals, families, communities in this city. So I would encourage you to come join us. Be a public servant, even if for a little while. You will gain a lot of experience that you would not gain in the private sector. You'll get a perspective on life and your profession that you would never have but for your service here. So again, congratulations, and I hope you had a good time and learned a lot while you were here. Thank you.
I know I'm supposed to keep it short and sweet, so I have two things I want to say. First of all, thank you very much. I want to thank Mayor Jackson, Chief LaToya Walker Minor, and Director West for their leadership and vision on this. I've been a partner of theirs for a long time, but to be able to add the internship to our portfolio of programming has been amazing. And in particular, Kimberly Harden, and my partner in crime here. I tell you what, we did have a rough go as far as getting all the T's crossed and I's dotted, but we stuck together. She helped me out through this, and we worked through it. Just like anything out there in the internship, it takes a while to kind of get comfortable, but we're there. And I'm so proud to be part of this partnership, to be in City Hall, working with this amazing team. But mostly, I'm really proud of you as the interns. My big thing at Cleveland State, and if you've heard this already, you can roll your eyes at me, but it's the 3 C's. And the 3 C's are your coursework, competencies, and connections. Our faculty does a great job, and our academic programming does a great job in the classroom, but that's only one piece of the pie. And if you only have that one piece of the pie, to actually go out into the workforce and to get a job and be successful is going to be difficult. It's going to take you some time. So this experience that you all went through right now is invaluable. It is the best class, it is the biggest investment, it is the best investment of your time and your treasure and your talents moving forward, because you will be able to develop those skill sets and to develop those relationships with key folks that will potentially be an employer, could be a reference, could be a mentor, it goes on and on. You will remember these days in this building and around the city of Cleveland as the days that jump-started your career. And on behalf of your family and your parents and anybody that cares about you, I am so proud of you all for completing this process, investing in yourselves, and investing in Northeast Ohio. At the college, we do a lot of research. We know that 50%, or give or take, on overall public sector, that the baby boomers are going to start to retire pretty soon, or they are. And so the career in the public sector, like the mayor said, is not only a great career, but it's a great employment opportunity. So I highly recommend that you investigate opportunities, and we need you. Northeast Ohio needs you. You are the next generation of leaders. You are what's going to make this city continue to be great and enjoy the Renaissance. So I just want to be short and sweet, but thank you very much. Congratulations, and we look forward to next year. Thank you very much.